Russell Doerr, storekeeper, second class. Well, every time we would go back to Norfolk to have to tweak the ship because it always would find things wrong with it or update it or whatever. And after the Norfolk, we would always, well, the first one was a Mediterranean cruise. So we went over to England, Ireland, France, Scotland, Portugal, other areas in Europe. Oh, North Atlantic, that was memorable too, because you cross over the, when we were in the other one, going to the Med, we crossed the equator, so you got your certificate for that, and then we got across the Arctic Circle, and you got a certificate, they called it the Bruno. Saratoga was just never went up and down, never sideways. They had stabilizers that just kept it. We would see destroyers at our escorts bobbing up and down in the water, moving all over the place, and the Saratoga just steamed right along. Never, ever got seasick or any of that stuff. Scotland was the first port of call. It was at the Firth of Clyde. And the ship was so big you couldn't even pull into a pier. So we had to anchor out, and they had boats that would carry you back and forth. That was a trip to see too, because when they would bring you back to the ship, half the guys were drunk and they couldn't hardly get up there. You used to have to climb a rope to get up the side of the ship, to get up to the hangar bays. They would put them in ropes and haul them up. It was crazy. I had shore leave. In fact, I had enough seniority that I was able to get leave and everything. I went 3 days in London, 5 days in Paris. So I was able to take time and spend in places. I made it a point to be able to travel to every city that I could get to, you know, and everything. Naturally, London's got their famous places, and so does Paris. And we went, instead of, like Paris, for instance, instead of partying all the time and hustling around and doing what you shouldn't be doing, on the last day we said, boy, we didn't see much, so we hired a cab. Took us to the Eiffel Tower, took us to the Arc de Triomphe, took us to the famous landmarks so we could get a picture of ourselves in front of all these places on the last day. I would go back in a heartbeat to Scotland. Most beautiful, picturesque country that I can say to this day. I thought it was the ultimate. I'd go back in a minute. People were wonderful. The surroundings, the country, everything was first class. I just thought, especially Edinburgh and Glasgow, that the people couldn't go out of their way more to make you feel at home and comfortable. Like you're walking down the street in Glasgow and somebody say, hey, come on, come in and have coffee and a donut with us, or whatever their food was. And they want to share everything with you, and they want to talk to you. But we did that in Glasgow. I went into several homes, and people were just super friendly.